think you said your mum passed 2 years, is that right?
It was be 4 years November now.
4 years.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
did that coincide with when you made the decision to come off the rig and stuff like that? Is it what motivated it?
It was a tough one because Mum was always like, so you better get back to work, you know, work, and so like Mum passed away, and a week after I was back offshore, and that was to kind of honour her. Like she wouldn't like me kind of like moping around feeling sorry for myself, you know. So, but what I've done since Mum's passed is really, it's like a lot of people, we all talk about fucking pain, like, oh, I'm in pain, and it gets me so, like, I say it to myself and I get annoyed at myself because when you're watching someone, so like with Mum with her cancer, you know, you're watching her, someone that's like the epitome of everything, go through that much pain. That's pain, not fucking squatting, not I've got sore knees. That's not pain, man. She had to get this big fucking injection to stop her from like being paralysed. I remember her saying, oh, that was quite sore. So like for someone like that to say that's quite sore, you know it's really sore. So like that's what I kind of translate now. If my, like the 3 days before she passed away, I went to see her, and she was in a pretty bad way then, and she was making cakes. She had this bucket list. She was trying to make these, I've still got them in the freezer, these pear tarts. And she was breaking the eggs, but she was putting the yolks or the eggs in the bin and putting the shells in the mixer, you know, so she was like completely gone. I said, come on, Mum, let's go and have a wee chat and just chill and stuff. And like, I look down and her feet are swollen and she's just in agony, man. And I think, fucking hell, man. If we can't get through a little couple of training sessions to make us better, I mean, for me, that's what I took really to heart. You know, it's like, I don't want to moan about being sore and, you know, because it's just superficial. That pain's not real. Once you know, you go through something like that, emotionally, yeah, we've been through pain because you're watching someone just kind of deteriorate so much. It's such a horrible thing to do, and I'm sure a lot of people have experienced that same pain, man. It's such a horrible thing to do and go through, but taking the positives out of it, she inspired me no end to like push through that, whatever limit that I thought I had, I'm just pushing through and breaking through. And that's one of the reasons it was like thinking about Mum, what Mum, you know, would want for me. You know, would she want me to be in a job where I can make decent money but not be happy, not really fulfill my passion in life, or would she want me to take a chance and go out and go and get my passion? And it was a no-brainer. She'd, you know, if someone loves you, they want you to chase your passion. So, you know, it's very true that no matter, like, people say that just because that person's dead or gone, they don't stop having that relationship with you. So, like, I always have her in the back of my head, like, what would Mum think? What would Mum think? So, even though she's not here in person, her presence is still everywhere for me. You know, it's even painting. I mean, Dad and I were down painting the bit of the gym 2 years ago, and it was nice. We're just painting, and then Dad just broke down in tears, just saying, "Oh, your mum would be so happy to be down here doing this." You know, so it's things like that it's touching. You know, so it's one of those things that's never going to go away, and I hope her memory's never going to, you know, and it won't. It keeps influencing me to not be a complete dickhead, I guess. Yeah.
I think I spoke to you before, like grief, like especially when it's like a loss of it.
Yeah.
It does give you, like, it's so strange. And I think it's something you just portrayed so amazingly for people who are going through grief or struggling. It does give you a different strength. Like, it gives you this new outlook.
Yeah.
New strength.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, how was like your mental health when you were going through all that at that point in time?
It wasn't the best, you know. It was my marriage really kind of took a bit of a hit from it. I had a lot of resentment, you know, towards, and I don't think Cushy will mind me saying this because I've chatted about with her, towards her, because she still had a family, you know, she still had her mum and dad, and, you know, going up for dinner with her parents was a struggle. Like, I couldn't physically bring myself to do that, so we'd normally have a fight before I'd go up and see her, and she'd go up by herself. Struggled a lot to talk about things. You know, now I'm very open and I don't mind showing my emotion and stuff because it's healthy, I think. And to be honest, it's something that is such a massive thing that we all need to do, is talk about stuff. But it's a struggle, you know, as a man and as a big, strong man, whatever you want to call it. It's tough to show kind of that other side. It's, you know, just kind of turning a blind eye and saying everything's okay and, you know, it's fine. It's not fine. You know, you've lost someone as important. Like, honestly, I can't even put words how important our mum was in our life. She was the sun. Like, she was as important as the sun for us. So losing someone like that, it's okay for it not to be okay, if that makes sense. You know, if you're having a bad time, you know, speak about it. And I actually went to therapy and talked about it with someone for quite a number of, well, a good couple of years. And just trying to work out things that were going on. You know, it's tough. It's not, because when people see me, I'm quite happy and kind of, you know, one of the guys that kind of plays up to the crowd and everything like that. And that's how I am as a person. But on the other side, you know, you get the down days that you just kind of knocks you out sometimes, and that's the days that you need that support, you know. So I'm so thankful that, you know, dad, brothers, sisters, my wife, so supportive, and it's just learning how to kind of communicate and kind of make sure that, you know, you're getting heard, and you're not scared to be heard. And I think that's one of the most valuable things, certainly in the UK. You know, the suicide rates and stuff is just such a horrible thing to see people just crumble, and quite a big advocate of, like, being able to speak and, trying to communicate with people that are struggling. You know, it's, because imagine being not as fortunate as us to have that family, you know, not to have your brothers, your dads, your wife, you're by yourself, you've lost the only person that's there for you, and you don't have anyone else. You know, that's the people that you've got to really help out for it. And as, like, you know, society and humans, we want to be able to help these people out. And if we can just help one person, you know, from doing anything silly or stupid, then, you know, we're doing a good job. And I implore anyone watching this or that know us just to get in touch and just reach out to us, because we're honestly, I'm always available for a chat for anything.
Yeah, I think we spoke about this earlier yesterday about suicide rates, mental health, and especially with men.
Yeah, man.
Terrible, and I'm kind of on the same thought process as you. Like, a lot of it stems from, like, people just not willing to talk about their feelings and emotions. I think it's really good for you to be able to talk about, especially being like one of the manliest thing, and be able to open up and talk is important.
Yeah, and I think it's more important now than ever before, obviously, with all the way the world is at the moment, you know, with the lockdown and everything else out there. You know, everyone portraying a perfect life in social media. It's okay not to have a perfect life. If someone says to me, you know, I never fight with anyone, I never have bad words with the wife or anything like that, then I'm like, well, that's almost not healthy. You know, you need to have that release. For me, someone said, like, sometimes with Kush and I, it's like you hate each other, and I said to them, I says, well, sometimes I do hate her. Like, with my wife Cushy, she makes me feel everything. You know, I love her to death, hate her, she makes me emotional. You know, it's every aspect of every feeling I've ever had that she makes me feel, and that's why I know it's real. So it's okay to be able to say, I'm having a bad day with the wife, I'm having a bad day with my family or whatever, it's fine. No one's, like, I go into the supermarket and I sometimes have a panic, not a panic attack, feel anxious, and I hope no one's going to come and speak to me and get all hot and sweaty and panic. And you know, it's okay to feel like that. It's not, you're not a freak to feel like that. It's just one of those things that, you know, you might be having a bad day, there might be something else in your head that's not healthy for you, but you know, just know that it's not, you're not alone. You know, everyone has those feelings, and that's why everyone has those feelings, and we know that. We know there's a high suicide rate in men in the UK, so obviously other people are feeling the same as you. So go get help, go speak to someone, reach out to us, whatever, man. Just don't be scared. I mean, you're not any less of a man for speaking about it. I mean, it's not a big thing to talk about something, ask for help. It's in the opposite way, you know, you're probably more of a man, more of a stronger person, you know, coming forward and saying, look, I'm not okay, is there any way that we could help? And luckily, you know, for me, what I found helped massively is training, going to the gym, you know, releasing that kind of anxiety, that kind of bad feelings I had through the weights, and that really transgressed, and I'm just such a better person now because I can talk about it with people and because I can train so much.